So I get back from lunch, and guess what came in? Relicate leather, and actually the leather came in yesterday, which I was like, oh my god. And the plaid. So the plaid came in. Oh, it's a little warm in here. The air conditioner's been off. We haven't been sewing in here all day. We've been doing like installs and stuff. Here's the plaid. It looks great. Oh my god, it's so nice. I got 2 yards. I have a Ceraphil thread that matches the orange on here. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but the orange matches that orange. Perfect match. That's why we go through Relicate all the time. If I wanted to match something, if I just wanted to pick a random match, a random color, and have them match it and make me some leather and you know, send me the best match of thread, well, guess what? Josh is gonna do it. So this is gonna be very, very exciting. Here's the leather. So this is the matte black leather. You can see just how, ooh boy. Wow, that is some nice leather, and it is so soft. Wow, all these leathers are soft, of course. Actually, that one's extremely soft. Wow. But wow, I love a nice matte black leather. That's so nice. It smells so good. But yeah, got the material. I'm gonna start taking my seats apart now. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Haha. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Josh. Hey everyone. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, since I have my material now, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking apart my seats. Since this is my daily driver, I'm going to take apart the passenger seat, and being that it has airbags, I'm just going to take apart the seat covers and then reinstall everything back in the seat, so that way I don't throw a code, and so that way I still have an airbag and a passenger seat in my car. Reason being, I'm gonna take this seat, and there's no real opposites. They're the exact same seat from side to side on driver and passenger. The only difference is the location of the airbag and the airbag tag. So with that being said, let's take this apart. I'm gonna try to take it apart in the car if I can. If not, I'm gonna have to pull it out and bring it in the shop and then bring it back in. So welcome along for the ride. Let's do this. Gotta get the correct size here for the bolts down here. It looks like it's gonna be a T30. Let's check that. Yeah, I'd have to say it's a T30. And wow, those things are way down there. I'm glad I have, look at this extension I have on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just be as careful as can be. All right. 2 bolts out. Let's see here. Stay forward. Huh. Huh. I'm missing a bolt back here. What the? Huh, okay. Well, that's not safe. I'm gonna have to get another bolt to replace that, because I don't like that. Take that out. Oh my gosh, that slid right out of there. I didn't have any, oh, somebody messed with this passenger seat before. There's no button, there's no like lock in the headrest thing here. Yeah, that's crazy. There's no lock in the headrest thing, and there's a bolt missing. And you know what I just realized? Oh no, these are injection molded headrests. Oh yeah. All right, boys and girls, you know what this means? This means that this stays on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some patterning plastic. I'm gonna pattern this out. I'm gonna do plaid here, and it's gonna be leather on the back side. I could probably save some leather by just leaving this, but I think it's a much different color, so I'm just gonna change it all to leather. All the black that's black vinyl is gonna be black leather. Whew. And I am already sweating my butt off. Oh yeah, somebody was definitely in here. Yep, somebody was definitely in here. This is not connected in the factory location that it's supposed to be in. That's okay. Hey, a penny. Very old penny. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna end up taking this into the shop. So let's do that. All right, so let's get this thing up on the table. These are the new patterns we're working on for this 81 GMC Jimmy. All right, so let's see here. Step one looks like we're gonna have to get these plastics off and these plastics. Okay, pretty easy. These posts up here at the top, it looks like you kind of pull this material down. It looks like there's like a plastic tab. Oh, one on the other side too. Yep, there's one on the other side too. Go ahead and you pull it up out of the top, and when I pull it out, I like to just set it straight down, as if this is the passenger side, and then set the other side down too, on the driver's side. That way you always remember what side goes to what. There we go. Boom. There's our two pieces. So like I said, I'm going to set them next to one another. Let's see, we've got this is the release to the backrest, so that leans forward and comes back. So what I'm going to do is lean this back a little bit. Let me try this. So what I'm going to do is lean this back a little bit, so that way I can kind of see what's going on here. I see on all of these pieces, there's like a circle that goes on all of these. It looks like there's one on all these here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get this off of here. So I want to try and get this off. It looks like there's some star screws, some star bits, forks. They're called forks. For those of you who know what it is and want to make fun of me, yes, they're called Torx bits. I got you. So there's two of them in here. This is a P25 Torx bit here. Yeah. One. Two. And that should come right off. So being that that's like that, you're going to want to see here. Ooh, you know what I see? Right on this, right here, there's a Torx bit, it's smaller, probably a T20. Yep, T20. I just love it when manufacturers use different size screws for things. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alrighty, there it is. So that, my friends, means that can come right off. Wow, that popped right off of there. Huh. Interesting. So that goes on first, and then that goes on like that. Good to know. See, I'm learning as we go. I don't know how to take this apart. I just know how to take apart cars, or I mean, seats. So I mean, they're all the same, more or less. You just got to know, you know, what you're taking apart. And what's really cool is if I didn't know, I'm taking a video right now, so I can look at my video and watch it back. Like I said, there's these circles here on the side. The seat's black and there's that light kind of drowning out everything. but there is a circle on the side of here. I am not going to use this tool actually. I'm going to use like a flat blade screwdriver, or this is a tucking tool. Let's see here. Look like that, look like that. Got it all. We got a tiny flathead. And a little bit different flathead. So I've got a few different tools that I can use here just to kind of pry on this. I'm going to use a little mini screwdriver at first here and just see what happens. So I just slid it back there and boom, pops right off. Look at that. So I've got more Torx bits. It looks like it's back to a T25. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove those. And that should come right off. Yep, comes right off. So what I like to do is take my screws. So I took 2 out of there, I'm going to put them with that. I took 2 out of here, so I'm going to put them with that. Being that this one came with it, I'll put it with that as well and put that on top. So now we got that side piece off. We got this back piece off that lets it sit forward. Let's go ahead and lean this back again, and then we will turn it over here. We have the same thing going on here. So I've got a big circle here. Let's find out what's behind here. We're just gonna kind of wedge it in there, and boom, pops right off. I mean, that's gonna be even easier. So what I've never seen this before. So like I said, I'm learning as well. It looks like there's some weird flips here. Can't really see it on this. Let me grab this. So there's some weird clips that go on there. So I just pried that piece off, and there's some, I don't know what those are right there. I'm gonna have to try to investigate a little bit further. I've never seen that before, but it looks like on the back side here that there's supposed to be a screw. So like I said, somebody's been in here before, I think. I couldn't imagine why, but it's missing a couple of screws and stuff. That's a little weird. But let's just get back to it, all right? Let's try this out a little bit further. See what we can figure out together. Okay, all right. So it's kind of, okay, so like I said, so these are 2 different pieces that I'm seeing right here. So what I'm going to do is take my tucking tool, and I'm going to kind of get behind this ring, and like I said, it looks like it's a square post, and it looks like there's 4 little clips that go around it. And every time I pull on this, it seems as though they want to release or something. Oh, look at that. It was just like a little wedge fit. Pretty convenient. I didn't expect it to be that easy. It looked a little confusing. So you can see here that those little clips went around this post, and that post kind of has like an edge on it. So that's pretty cool. Never seen that before. We're all learning together. Let's figure it out from here. So it looks like something's still kind of holding it on here. Oh. I just gotta kind of tug on some things. Oh, look at that! So what I did here, it's got this lip for the inside that wraps around this part here. So that's on there like that, and then this just kind of falls down over top of that post. You want to pull this out of the way and then lift up, and it'll come right off. So that's that piece. Now for the other side, let's figure out what's going on over there. All right. There's no panel here. Doing the same thing though. It wants to lift up, and I have a couple of clips in here. Wow, it all just came right off. That's incredible. Like I said, it's got that lip right there. There was this one clip that was in there, and you just kind of pull on it. There's this wedge fit piece of plastic. It looks like those 2 go into a section, and then this thing just wedges. It's all very simple. I'm quite impressed with Mini, especially being that this Mini is actually more or less a BMW. And BMWs are so hard to work on. They're so hard to work on. If anybody that either is a mechanic or an upholsterer, you know how hard they are. And this couldn't be more simple. I can't believe it. So you've got some felt here. That's just for the rub area. This was already like disconnected for some reason. But those are just some C-clips. And what you do is you take a hooked awl. So you take one of these here, and you go up underneath, and you just pull on it. Boom. Yeah, that one's part too. You just want to kind of pry down. Some of them have an extra lip that might be a little harder to pull off. So you want to push down a little further. But you just want to put that in there and pull. And that one, boom. And this one's very sharp, so I can get in there and, you know, wedge it apart. But then also, with it being very sharp, you want to make sure that you don't, you know, damage things. So I'm taking off this back panel here. I'm going to flip this up. See what's going on in the back now. Looks like it's all the way disconnected. There was one little clip here. One little plastic clip. Sweating a little bit, that's alright. I got the fans off. I'm going to turn this fan on. I hope it's not too loud. Alright, so the fan's on. Doesn't seem like it's that loud. It feels amazing though. Oh, wow. Alright, so we go ahead and pull up on this, and there's no connections, there's no seat heaters. Holding on to something though. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's a sensor. Okay. Alright, so there's a type of, I assume, pressure sensor. Huh, that's funny that I said BMW. Why it literally has BMW, Mini. BMW. What's so funny is this says R5657, and then my headliner board said R55. So what's my Mini then? Like, what is my Mini? I don't understand. Alright, so you can see here that this is the wire that's coming from here, and I believe that's a pressure sensor or like a seatbelt plug. There's a little bit of a plastic clip down here that plug is they're plugged into here. So what you want to do, I'm using my head to hold this up. What you want to do, there's a little tiny lip on it, so you can just pull the two and pull the two plugs. Don't pull the wires because you do not want to pull those wires out, I promise. Anyway, I've got this pulled out now. Get this wire out and around, and then boom, there's your bottom seat. It's off. What I like to do when I have the bottom seat off is just set it to the side, because I can take those apart in less than a few minutes. Now I just want to make sure I work on the backrest and know exactly what it is that I need to look for. So we're going to get this turned around again. There are two zippers in the back side. And it feels like there's a clip. Yep, there's a clip along the bottom, and I just pulled on it. They're normally not too crazy to where you have to like pull on it or get some tools in there. I mean, some do for sure. But there's some zippers right here. You're gonna want to make sure you hold on to those zippers, and there we go. Those zippers seem nice, so I'll probably pull these zippers off, pull the stitches out of those zippers, and then just reuse the zippers in my new leather. Maybe, I don't know yet. But what you want to do is just take both zippers off. Boom. Pull that up. Looks like these are wrapped down and around, so you're going to want to kind of, oh, hold on now, what's going on here? This is something funky. So, side here, oh, I see what's going on. Ooh. Wow. Real fancy. So, on this side, on the driver's side of the seat, where the seatbelt plug is, I've got 1, 2, 3 Torx bolts, and then on the passenger side of the seat, it looks like there's a post or a bolt that comes in from this way. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to undo these, and I bet you it kind of slides out from the side here. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. The foam is stamped with a Mini logo. That's pretty fancy. I like that. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, so we go ahead and hit the impact again. It's in the car. So with the power of editing. Whoa! Whoa! Look at that! Got it going. Alright, so we've got just a regular bolt over here. I'm sorry, a nut, not a bolt. Alright, so that is, oddly enough, it's probably a metric, but 11/16 fits on there really nicely. Alright, so I got that off there. Looks like everything is good on this side. I think it's good on this side at least. Turn it around this way. So we've got these 3 bolts here. They're not the same size as the seat. Not the same size as the seat bolts, oddly enough. This looks like it's a 45, it's a 50. Yep. And 1, 2, 3. There's those 3 bolts. Wow, those are hot. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Alright, so like I said, those 3 bolts probably come out and then this thing slides, so let's try it out. Alright, looks like that's on here. So this spring that's on here, it looks like I'm going to want to somehow take this spring off because it's got a lot of pressure behind it and it's pulling it forward. So let's see here. Why is that doing that? So let's figure out what's going on. I also see a cable here. Yes, there is a cable there. That works that connects to the backrest, which pulls the cable, which then allows the tracks to slide. So that's kind of cool to know and figure out. So I'm going to set this on the side. Reason being, I'm going to get this back up here like that. That seems like it's got a lot of tension on it. So I'm thinking that I need to put those seats back in. I'm sorry, those bolts back in. Because I don't want to have that spring come up and hit me in any way. So that's what I'm going to do. Or at least I'm going to put one of them in. That bolt is now, I mean not the bolt, the cable is now kind of, not loose, but less hard to tug on. Let's set this up here now. Woo! That was heavy. Okay, so just one of them cables that has the weird angles on it, and you're going to want to get it out from behind where it's at. It happens to be there. Alright, so there's that. Now I can pull this cable up, and it's like an S shape, so boom, there we go. So there's that. Now that'll cause these tracks to stay where they're supposed to be. This definitely slides up and out of there. And the reason I can't just pull it right off, there is a section right here that it follows. And I need to figure out how this comes out this way in general. So what I'm going to do, that again, right? Let's release some tension. Woo, that's got a lot of tension on it. I don't like that. Huh. I wonder what I can do here, because that's a lot of tension. Even though it's been released a little bit. Wow. So the tension on that has that thing way up there. So what I'm going to have to do is just like twist it on or something. That's the pressure right there. I'll tell you what. Wow. There's got to be a different way to put that on. I sure hope there's a different way to put it on, because that was a pain in the butt. Let me get this taken apart on this side. Now that that's off there, that will slide right out. Like I said, oh, it looks like, yep, it's connected to something here. Oh, that would be the airbag. So let's see how this airbag comes apart now. Of course, Minnie had to be specific about the airbag. Okay, so there's no just unplug it. I'm going to have to take out the bolt, which the bolt on this is not that, a little bit bigger. The bolt on that is a T30. Go ahead and airbag off. Wasn't on there very tight. They normally aren't. Well, it doesn't really matter. You know why? Because I'm not going any further than that. Oh, I have to. Yep. Yep, there it is. Well, how the heck do I get this off in here? Well, this is going to be a time-lapse portion right now. Now. Lapse is over right here. So, I figured it out. Holy cow. Slides up, so we gotta get this out from under here. That clip comes out, so it slides up and out of its spot. How confusing is that? Wow. Then you just go ahead and you slide it out. Take this clip out so there's more room to play with. All this foam is ripping on me, but that's okay. I will glue it back together. No big deal. There's the airbag. Wow. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put that right back in so I don't forget at all how it came apart. So it fits into some slots and then it slides down and then that bolt goes into position. I mean, it's pretty smart in comparison to the rest of them, just different. So I'm not going to hammer this down if it's not tight in the factory. Normally there's like two 10mm bolts. It's about usual. So what we're going to do is pull this now out of its sleeve, out of its bag sleeve area. We'll pull this up and around. Same as the other side. Oh wow, that is so different. I've never seen one like this. There's a little clip back here. So, we then pulled down and around, and luckily enough, it's all hall grain. Thank you. Thank you so much for not being complicated in this aspect. Perfect. So I'll just go ahead and cut those out.
So we're just going to go ahead and pull these hog rings out. I say thankfully, so if you're watching this, you're wondering, well, why did he say thankfully? Well, I'd rather pull hog rings than have those nude style listings where they clip into some plastic clips. They always break, or they pull out of the seat, out of the seat foam. And the old school way has never stopped working the best way, in my personal opinion. So stop changing it, manufacturers, okay? Either this or use Velcro. What I'm going to do, take that one out. So what I do to get these hog rings out, it's like, you have to find which way they twist off. So they normally twist off counterclockwise. So if I twist it counterclockwise, it opens it back up and pulls it right out. There's some more listings here and here. Okay, so it looks like I don't know if they started from the bottom, but this hog ring is turned backwards. So that kind of indicates that they installed this, flipped it up, installed that. But we're just going to cut them out. Yeah, that is what they did. So to make it easier on myself, I'm just going to come up here, because I know this is where they ended. And this is where I'll start. See, all the hog rings are right there in my face. They're not the opposite side of the hog ring where I can't grab it. There's kind of another aspect on how to install stuff. So you want to try to pay attention to the way that the manufacturers installed it, because that's probably the easiest way to reinstall something and take it apart and reinstall it. So I'm going to flip this up and now take these hog rings out. Okay, so now that that's off of there, this is just the cover, and I can reinstall this back on the frame and everything. So I'll put this to the side. Goes right on the floor, because guess what? I'm making leather seats, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and get this back into its position. Get that one back into its spot. And we'll go ahead, we'll put this back on. Put this back on. Time lapse. Wow, so what I had to do there is get it on the post, and I have no idea if this is the correct way to do it or even the safe way to do it. Probably not very safe. Got the spring on there. It's actually very safe. YouTube algorithm, it's actually very safe. You just have to use precautions. Don't just go into this thinking that you won't get hurt if you don't pay attention. It's all about paying attention. Took the spring, put it on its post, took some pliers and I pushed down on the spring and put some pressure behind it, and then now it leans back. So I gotta put these bolts in, back into their spots. I'm gonna put this nut on here, like it was. I'm gonna put these bolts on here like they were. Wow, what a wonderful pain in my butt, man. Alright, so when I reinstalled this side with those 3 bolts, unfortunately I had that thing tilted forward. There's a spring in here as well that kicked it forward. I put it in there, so this side was leaned forward, this side was leaned back. So, now I can hook up that. So when I go like this, that will then send this forward, allowing me to connect here. Boom. Okay, go. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Why? Alright, I'm going to cut the video off here before I get super irritated and start yelling at things. Okay, now that I've had a deep breath and I could look at what I was looking at, of course I put the cable in the wrong spot. So every time I put that back, it was pulling it and allowing the tracks to move freely when they wanted to, or when they're not supposed to. Deep breaths. I'm not angry anymore, and I'm not angry at you, so don't you worry about that. I am now going to install the rest of this, finally. Hydrate a little bit. Got the 7-Eleven Select Energy Herbal Tonic. Goodness gracious. But no caffeine in it, this is good. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there's 25 milligrams, that's it. What is this, a teaser? Anyway, let's get this plastic panel back on. Wow, these are all very cut and dry. Very cut and dry. Nice. Let's see here. We gotta put these pieces back on. Whoop, I gotta put on that nut. first. The rest of the panel's got to go on after I put the bottom seat back on. Showing off what I do. So we're gonna cut over the car, be installing, and then I'm gonna go home. All right, so as you can see, I just reinstalled the seat with just the foams inside the car. You can hardly see it, so let me see if I can adjust that. All right, so as you can see, I put the seat back in the car because it has the airbags, and I don't want to set a code. So what we're gonna do is just let this ride for now, and I've got the covers inside. I'm gonna start designing them. I'm gonna make 2 for 1 because I've got that side. I'm just gonna make opposites. I won't be able to finish that bolster until I get that one taken apart because I need the airbag out of it. Then I will start on the backs. So hopefully I can get everything put together this week. If so, because today is the 1st, I think. 1st or 2nd, I lose my days. But the show is September 13th, so I have just under 2 weeks to finish this, which I know I'll be able to finish it, but you know, I don't want to be on crunch time. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Wow, I got pretty irritated there. Oh gosh, this was a pain in the butt to take apart. I didn't expect it. All the plastics were super easy, so I jinxed myself by saying, oh, it looks like it's turning out pretty easy. Here you go, Tom. Put on my seatbelt, buddy. I mean, the plastics came apart really, really easily. But besides that, there's a spring on the side. I don't even know how they would have done it from the manufacturer besides the machine that compresses it and sticks it on there. The other thing was there, so the piece that you pull, so the retract that's, I'm sorry, the piece that leads the seat forward that allows the seat to move, slide forward when people are getting in the back, that, I put that in the wrong spot, and it caused it to, like when I put the seat all the way back, it made the seat tracks move, and it's like, come on. I tried so hard to remember exactly where it went. I knew I should have marked it because I knew something like that was gonna happen. So I just wasted like 45 minutes trying to figure out exactly what was going on with this seat. And I gotta tell you, I didn't enjoy it. But now that I know how it comes apart and where it needs to go, I will take the driver's side seat apart much faster, and know exactly how it goes together. And then the rears will be done in the same fashion. I'm just glad I'm done with that for today. So you guys, I appreciate the support. Thanks. Subscribe, like, drop comments. Bye.